you doing? Give me a second. Hold on. Something came up I wasn't expecting. Mercury retrograde at its finest. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'll deal with that later. All right, guys, welcome. I'm going to give it a few minutes. I'm early for like the first time maybe ever that's ever happened. So I'm going to give it a few. I wanted to kind of just get set up here so I wasn't running late tonight. And bear with me. Okay. All right. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't have a cold. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. I don't have a cold, but at night my allergies seem to be kicking in a little bit more, and I haven't had anything warm to drink. So there it is, right? Pregnancy Rhinitis at its finest. Hello, Spiritual Awakening. How are you, Christopher? How you doing? No. I don't know how you say your name. I'm so sorry. Noemi? Is that how you say it? Reporting for duty. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Aunt Mitchie. Thank you for being here. Don't mind me. I'm trying to scratch. I got an itch I can't reach. Yes, that's how you say it. I'm so terrible. I'm always afraid I'm going to butcher names. I'm like, you just tell me and then we'll go from there. But I can't do that here. I got to guess and then you tell me if I've screwed it up or not. How y'all doing? Oh, God. Okay, well, welcome to Pisces season, everybody, right? We are in the last zodiacal chapter of this particular time frame. Hi, Epiphany. How you doing? Sharita. You know, Sharita, I'm going to tell you something real quick. I had someone reach out today about you, and but it wasn't a bad thing. That it wasn't. Don't make me like freak you out. It was a good thing. But everyone's like, hey, I always see her in the comments. Where's she been? There she is. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Drummond. How are you? Hector, hello. So good to see you. Thank you. You too. All right, guys. Well, here we are. Eclipse season. It is the a happy birthday to him, Adam. I didn't realize that. Pisces, huh? So yeah, we're in eclipse season. Aquarius and Leo energy, if you have those placements, are getting, the energy of those two signs is picking up. The fire horse, the year of the fire horse has officially begun, February 17th. Chris, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I just keep telling everyone, it's like, you're looking amazing. I'm like, it's the second trimester glow. I'm going to eat it up while I can. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Couldn't do it without you. Good for him. Master's degree. Talk about finishing a cycle in a chapter. What, a year of 10. That's fantastic, Adam. Congrats to him. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, Pisces season, eclipse, Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Hey, Sharita, listen. Sometimes you just need to go quiet and do your thing and take care of you. Totally necessary. So I'm glad you're doing well and you're here. So thank you for joining us. Crystal, hi, darling. How are you? Marie, hello. How you doing? Shatoya, hey, lovely to have you. Nice to see you, honey. I hope you and the little one are doing well. Jupiter, welcome as well. So cool. So cool. I'm so glad y'all are here. This is so I don't know. I always get so excited when you guys show up in these live feeds. But talk a little. Leo is your North Node. Oh yeah. Listen, to do it or not to do it, that is the question. That is the question we pose. We at some point we just got to talk about the North and the South Node. I don't know why I keep putting it off. It's something I've been studying for years, and not a whole lot of people get into explaining that stuff. And if you all have been here for a while, Nicole plays by her own rules when it comes to intuiting. Just because the book says so doesn't mean I say so or spirit says so. But I've got my very own, I'm going to call it unique interpretation of, it's obvious, historic awareness of what the North and the South Node does for us. Well, one, especially when it matches up with our North and South Node placement, and two, the effects that it has on us, like, let's just say Aquarius and Leo. If you're an Aquarius and a Leo, or a Leo, I should say, you will notice a lot of changes in your life in the coming years. Same with, excuse me, I got the indigestion. I had dinner. Oh no. Aries and Libra. They're feeling some crazy effects. Scorpio and Taurus had it first. Then it was Aries and Libra. Now it's Pisces and Virgo. That'll go on for another 18 months. But, you know, we'll talk about that another night. I don't want to jump down the rabbit hole too far into that. But when I do finally give you what I know to be, I've seen it, right? It's like once you see it, you can't unsee it. We'll talk about it another time. But Adam, yes, this retrograde, Adam and I were chit-chatting a little bit before. And hi, Marnie. How are you, darling? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for all your comments in the channel membership side. I appreciate you. We are doing great, and thank you. Hey, Lynn. How are you, darling? Welcome. What the hell was I saying? I don't even know. Anybody? Somebody? Oh, yeah, retrograde. That's why we're here, right? I was telling Adam a little bit ago, I said, you know, I get this feeling that this retrograde is going to be fun. And I kind of want to laugh, like with a maniacal laugh. Ha 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 ha. Hey, Taylor, how you doing tonight? Like, it's going to be fun. But I think it's only going to be fun for those of us who are awake. It's going to be fun for those of us who understand what a cycle of eclipse, solar and lunar will do. Hello, Eve, how are you, honey? When you throw Mercury retrograde in the last sign of the zodiacal era, and you've got all these positions with Aries. We had 5 positions in for a hot second the other day. There, I'm so happy you're here, honey. Thank you for being here. And sit back and take a load off your tootsies and enjoy. It is going to bring something. It's going to bring something amazing, I think. But I was telling Adam, I said, you know, it's like all these crazy things. I just don't know. All these things are going to just kind of, we're going to understand it after the retrograde, which, you know, I did that video on Sunday for February 22nd, right? There's 22 days in Mercury retrograde, guys. 22. Right. Mishka, thank you, darling. How are you? Ducky, welcome. How you doing? I like that Ducky. It's cute. Ducky. There's something about that. I don't know. Ducky. I don't know what's the relevance to this, spirit. It was earlier I seen something and the person was called Duck. And then I actually grew up, my best friend's dad, that's what they called him growing up. I don't know. Ducks could be of significance to you. So, but thank you, Ducky, for being here. Girl, it's rough. It's a rough thing, but you will, I'm hearing you will see your way through it. You absolutely will. Epiphany is fun because I need fun in my life, and the 2s are very prevalent in my life right now. It's going to be something, again, if you're awake, it's like when you see everybody else like losing their minds, right? Like it's kind of like Heath Ledger in Batman is the Joker, and there's that meme. He's like, everybody's losing their minds, right? I just sent that to my other half not long ago. And you know why. Like, you know not to lose your cool. You know not to lose your head. You know not to react to certain things. Okay, Adam, I'm not sure. We'll have to check into that. Hi, Wiggly. How are you? Congratulations, Ducky. I'm doing well. Congratulations to you. Fantastic. I hope it goes well. I'm wishing you all the best in your new journey. Right? Yeah, you can lose your mind, right? You can get lost in your own thoughts and your craziness, but don't lash out right now. You will know. You know why people do what they do. and let them do like they do and why they do, how they do, why they do all the things, right? But it's going to be quite intriguing. And I said, I'm pretty sure it was today on the channel membership side, about how it's the first 2 weeks of retrograde. Now, runs 3 weeks, technically 22 days. Then we enter that post-shadow phase. I don't know what it is, guys, and I'm going to pull some cards and we're going to do our typical thing, right? But there was just something that came through this morning during that said the first 2 weeks are going to be the point where you just got to kind of lay back. If you know to lay back, keep your foot off the gas, like, you're going to be all right. Like, you there's going to be things you need to do, and I think you're going to get through them, and you're going to do the things that you need to do. It might be delayed. It might take a hot second. You might go, shit, I tried this today. It didn't work out. Pick it up and try it again tomorrow. Be patient. It's a temporary temporary stronghold is what I'm hearing. And it is just temporary, right? So over the next 2 weeks, don't spaz, don't freak. If it feels like nothing's going your way or things are slowed back down again, I'm hearing everybody is scrambling, okay? When I say to you, if you're here, and right now, according to what this shows me on this side, there's 38 of you in this room. So for those 38 of you that are here, I don't feel like you're scrambling. There are situations, people, I'm hearing locally to you, that are scrambling. It's not you. Okay? They're panicking for various reasons. Now, if we want to take a second, go global. There's a lot of things to be panicking about if you were in a lot of other people's shoes. I would be. For the people around you, when they lose, I keep hearing this like idea of a stronghold. A stronghold. They're losing the stronghold. They're losing the grips of something that they've had. That will create madness. Sometimes, most of the time, things will get worse before they get better. I almost couldn't speak. It's okay, because you know that the relief is coming. Your daily life, it may change a little faster, but I want you to make sure that you understand. I think in the past we've been a little spoiled, that things changed a little more quickly or dramatically. It felt more monumentous all of a sudden, right? Oh, Adam, how sweet of you. Fantastic. Thank you for doing that for those 5 people. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard, guys. I hope you enjoy the channel membership side of things. And Adam, P.S., it is a time to be a giver, and, you know, not that you're not to receive, but it is a time of giving, so kudos to you. Thank you for that very much. Some things are going to take a while. And your job in that is not to lose hope or understanding that things are changing. You're just going to have to be a little fluid in how it happens and why it's happening. This year is going to have a lot of topsy-turvy, roller coaster, up down moments where you're going to question, like, you're going to question things, but I don't think you're going to question where you're going. And you may not even know where it is you're going, but you know the feeling that it invokes at the idea of where you want to end up. I hope that's making sense for you. Okay. So this retrograde is bumping us next level. Okay, I'm going to say that to you, next level. I'm going to go back to you real quick and just read through the comments. I was talking and I was going to say I was ignoring you all, but I was ignoring the comments so I could stay on track. Oh, yes. Hi, Wiggity, how are you? Okay, I've seen that. I'm there. Thank you, Dreminance. I appreciate you very much. Good girl. Scorpio, Sun, Gemini, Moon. Epiphany. We both have a moon in Gemini. That moon in Gemini I will fuck up your day. Sometimes I can't stand myself, I'm not gonna lie. Hi, Sheelix, thank you for being here. Awesome, Ducky. That came right after that finance reading went out. I never do those too. And Spirit's like, you need to do this. And I was like, all right. Oh, good for you, Mishka. Good as sweetheart. I hope, wishing you all the best. Preparation. That's exactly what this is. It feels like this. It is. Listen. It is rearranging. Patricia, hello, and you are so right, my dear. Oh, those are for the new tier, Adam. Yeah, that's the spiritual motivation series. So, they do, Marie. They up and down, right? That's the way it goes. That series is just, to me, I wouldn't say go back and watch the first one. There's only 2, videos out there for that, but it's just kind of a way that I found my way, and it really is a very basic kind of thing. But I feel as it comes through during the week, as I feel guided maybe 2-3 times a week, I think with Spirit would be an adequate number to send you some things like that, or put those out there to you, and just, little pick-me-ups, they're more than affirmations, guys. They're videos, but it's like today I picked a page out of a book, turned to the page that I felt guided to and looked at the numbers of the pages and then found a passage with my finger and picked up in the middle of it, and we rolled from there. So, the message is always exactly what it needs to be, and I will forever trust that. So whether it's by song or book, and literacy has been a very strong thing this week, and, I'm going to go, ha, but Gemini energy is going to start to come in very strong for us with Uranus come, I think it's in May and April. We're going to see some switches into Gemini. And then we're in Mercury retrograde, which is communication again. Are we deciphering, decoding, rereading, revising, and understanding certain things? And that's going to be really important too. You may be also, thank you, Jupiter, I appreciate that. That's so sweet. You may also go back and revise things up to 12 months ago. I'm hearing 12 months specifically, that need to be, I'm hearing ushered in, cleaned up, dusted off. You may be pulling out old information. I'm hearing will and testament as well. You may be making revisions to more strategic financial planning. So maybe 401ks, IRAs, wills, estates, anything that you have heavy investments in. I don't think now's the time to make changes, but it's definitely time to pull that out and go back over things. Did you miss something? Could you have done better? What have you learned through the processes? Stability wise, like what have you learned? What do you know not to do versus what to do? Not being afraid though too to go out on a limb and try something new. Not, I don't know, it's like buying a new car. I don't know if this is the best example, but we'll roll with it. Maybe the first time you bought a car, it was okay. Like it was like exciting. You didn't know that you could haggle with salesmen, right? Like they were haggling you. You didn't know you didn't needed that extra warranty thing, they call you for. All these other things. So the next time around, not to do this or that, or if you don't want that, you don't have to do that, right? So it's a learning curve. So you may be going back 12 months and doing some things or revising some things down the road after this eclipse too, by the way, the retrograde and the eclipse. April, I think, is going to be a big time frame for those specific changes. All right, I'm gonna make that real clear. That's going to be, I think, April to June, you're going to see like a whole new sector of life open up, because as much as January and March, some of March, has the effects of retrograde, indigestion, guys, I'm so sorry. It's not, the first half, or the first quarter of this year has been a lot of that type of stuff. Like really taking a long look at some things, finding what feels good in the moment, trusting the flow as it comes in, and then making decisions from there. Going, I'm going to, it's like, there's a lot of testing. Spirit, I got the chills as I say that. There's a lot of testing going on, whether it's with people, relationships, jobs, markets, your money, you know. So, Spirit, some of you are testing fate with some of the dumb shit you're doing. My God. So if you're being rotten, like, be mindful, I guess, guys. Like, oh my God. Spirit, like, I just can't sometimes. I just cannot. All right, let me go back and read some of these. I seen that. Right. Yeah, another Michigan, you're a Gemini moon too. God bless you. Oh, Ducky, well, thank you. I'm so glad that they've resonated for you. We all find our spot at the right time, and that's fantastic. So I hope that those readings are just everything that you need them to be, and I hope you gain a lot of insight from that, and if nothing else, some clarity or validation or whatever it is. Yeah, so Patricia, that's fantastic. And yes, do you know, I'm gonna tell you something. If you did it now, they're actually showing me the stamp, the docketing stamp on that. If you did it, they would put it in the wrong year. And the year down the line is going to be really, really important because something with somebody hadn't yet happened. It would be like them going back and stamping it. We'll say this is 2026, so let's just say for funsies, 2016. They would stamp it at 2016 by just something just being off, like it's right, we call it a mechanical error with Mercury retrograde. It would affect something else moving forward. So I'm not one to tell you like you've got to take care of your stuff, but do pay attention to that because and make sure that it, God forbid, like, you know, I say God forbid, but if you have to go between now and the end of Mercury retrograde, make sure you go over everything that is changed with any stamping or typing or lettering that I'm hearing that they do, because there will be a mistake in that, and that will affect something down the line. So Spirit was very clear on that, and I really don't intend on answering questions tonight, and she really wasn't. But if Spirit brings it in, I do need to share that with you. So just, you know, unsolicited advice here. Sorry. Marie, yeah. Okay, listen, if you guys have things on your mind, like this is, me and my daughter were talking the other night. I think I brought this up either in a personal or on YouTube, who knows, about a paper she had to write or type or whatever these kids do these days. And I said, hey, let me look at that before you turn it in. And then later on I said, did you get that done? Let me look at it. And she's like, oh, Mom, you know, I turned it in. And I'm like, girl, like, you got to let me see this shit, right? Oh, haha. Anyhow, my other half over there, Mr. English. Meanwhile, he's not from here. God love him. But so with that being said, my daughter and I, honey, wink, wink, I said, you know, you need to let me see this. She says, Mom, we did a rough draft. You do a rough draft, so that she's giving me the rundown, right? Like I never took English class. And I was just like, all right, fine. Like you win, right? You win. And, but this is like, consider this Mercury retrograde, these 22 days, your rough draft period. You know, whether you're writing a will, you're making plans, you're working out the kinks to something, whatever it is, this is your rough draft period. Because you're going to see what works and what doesn't work in about 3 to 4 weeks max. And in 2 weeks, your energy is going to change. There's a lot of interpersonal, Spirit's calling it aviation, that's changing within you. So I would call this directional. It's like Spirit seasonal direction. Okay? So maybe too, I've mentioned this a couple of times. Some people deal with seasonal depression. We'll just bring that into the thing here. I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, blah, blah, blah. You know how I am. Welcome aboard. But just the effects of the change in the atmosphere in itself. Even pressure, check the barometric pressure. That has an impact on us, right? That's moon, that's tides, it's cycles as well. That's going to be important to what's transpiring. I mean, there's so much, guys. And I'll tell you, like, in the work, you know, doing this the way that I do with Spirit, like I do see so many things that have come up recently. We're talking a lot about the nostalgia stuff, and we're talking about that little robot, which by the way is Alfie. He was actually created back in the 70s. They did Play School did a remake of him in the 80s. So that was my version of Alfie. And so that all that nostalgic stuff was coming up in these reads, some really different things. Somebody had mentioned in the comments about I was talking about something. It was something real random, and I was like, "What the hell?" But it resonated for that person. But the point of it is like these different things that are popping up. It's a collective global thing, and I can't help think last night to the State of the Union. I've seen bits and pieces of it. You know, the man in charge, we'll put it that way. He talked about 250 years on July 4th this year. July is going to be a big month, guys. It's a big pivotal change. Everything flips. And you think about that 250 mark, we talk about Pluto and Aquarius. The last time Pluto and Aquarius was doing its thing was during the Revolutionary War. Big changes. Our changes are just getting ready to start. It takes time. Just like this little period of time, like I say, 24 hours before Mercury goes retrograde, which is what we're in. Tomorrow it goes retrograde. I think it is like first thing in the morning. I can't remember. So I'm going to tell you now, Wednesday until Friday, there's that 3-day period. Things might feel scattered. You might feel scattered. It's okay. Feel scattered. Just roll with it. Be like, I'm scattered. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down and eat a bowl of ice cream. It'll be fine tomorrow. Right? It takes time in that transition when we talk retrogrades or even just flipping into a new sign, because it's like all of a sudden we wake up and we feel that energy shift, or something just feels completely different today than it did yesterday or even 5 minutes ago. So when we think about Mercury right now getting ready to go retrograde, again, we've talked about cars as the example before. You have to slow down. You have to pause. And you got to throw that sucker in reverse. It takes a second to reorient. And then you got to look behind you or in your dashboard cam or backup camera and decide what direction you're going to go. It takes a second. You'll feel the energy shift by Saturday at the latest, I'll tell you. And it might feel a little off-putting, I'm hearing from Spirit. Roll with that off-put. There goes the train. Let it feel that way. But remember, it's not you. It's call it the universe if you want to. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So consider this 3 weeks also a declutter of your life and your love aspects in your life as well. These things are being met for deeper spiritual revolution and evolution for you. Things that you once tolerated, you will not tolerate. There will be no, Spirit, I've heard it so many times today, there will be no disrespect anymore. You respect yourself, other people respect you, because you show up, and you teach people how to treat you. That's important. But anything in your life, from it could be physical stuff in your house, it could be in your mind and thoughts where you're finally letting things go. Anything, guys. Decluttering your life and your love. Plain and simple. There's no other way to explain that. Told you that. How you say what you say. That message came through via Spirit when I was sitting here prior to jumping on here. How you say what you say is going to be real important. It's like before you say it out loud to somebody or something, ask yourself. Not that you need to censor yourself and go, oh God, am I going to hurt someone's feelings? Because I'm not that sensitive. Like, you got to be able to, I don't say have thick skin, but you got to know not to take things personally too, right? There's that part of it. But I don't even want to say, how do you want to be seen? This is such a weird energy. How you say what you say is going to say a lot. I could tell you to go diplomatically with things, guys. I don't even know that that's the right way. But you need to speak a truth. No matter what, you got to speak a truth. And it's going to be in the delivery. Instead of maybe writing a paragraph about it, a one-liner will work just fine. on Spirit, on the serious situations. But remember, those one-liners can sting worse than any paragraph you've ever written in your life. So think about what you're saying. Filter that through your inner child before you give it to somebody else's. I hope that makes sense, okay? All right. Let me scroll. Take me back to the beginning. Oh, Giovanni, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back, dear. Hello, Priscilla. Did you retract Ben Smith there, Adam, or did Ben do that? I love that. Epiphany, remember, with your vision, it's okay if your vision changes. Right? Your vision changes. Alfie. Ooh, Ducky, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm going to sound real mean when I say this, but I'm very brash. Here, ask Adam, he knows. The trash always takes itself out. So there's that. Yeah, she likes measure twice and cut once, for sure. Yes, that's correct. Oh, Ben, you're so welcome. Absolutely. Listen, I know sometimes for Scorpio, and I even was at Pisces, and I forget who I read for the other day too, and they were a bit longer than my norm for them. Guys, if it's longer, I'm gonna give you what Spirit gives me until they're like, shut up, Nicole, and take a break. That's why I'm here, right? You're welcome. It was you that took it off. Okay, I was like, I'm just checking. You're welcome, my dear. Unfiltered. Change is the only constant. Hell to the yeah on that one. All right, guys, let's get some cards. I'm not. Today has been a good day, but I've been exhausted. So, Adam, I think I'm gonna share this with everybody now, but it's gonna be a couple of weeks before this goes out to everybody. I'm not gonna do it yet. They will. Yeah, I mean, yeah, today was just, she's letting the dog out. It's okay, you're fine. I was just checking, make sure everything was, well, isn't she always? She probably hears animals. So sidebar real quick. Adam and I were talking about this too right before I jumped on here. A lot of you reached out to me by email and in personals and whatnot, and had asked about sending gifts for our baby that's on the way, right? And I wasn't quite sure how to do that, and I suck at receiving, guys. I'm just going to be real honest with you. I suck at receiving, and that's been one of my own hang-ups as a Scorpio caretaker myself. I've had to break away from that, and so I thought about it for a little while, talked to my other half and a friend of mine about it, and was like, how do we do this? And obviously for my own personal reasons, keeping my own privacy private too, right? While still sharing life here with you all is important. But either way, mid-March, we are going to go ahead and launch an online baby shower. Now, I want to make this real clear to everybody. I do not, in the least, not even this much, expect anything from anybody here, ever. You show up to this channel, you support us, this is the way I support my family. You show up, you are amazing, you watch the videos, you take your time, your energy. There's no expectation whatsoever. And I want you all to know that. But because so many people have asked, and I get it, I'd be doing the same damn thing if I was on the other side of the fence. I also don't want to take away from the opportunity for those of you that do want to. So if you want to participate, that will go out. We've done registries, so that'll kind of, at least give you an idea and to what you can. And I think we did market that. If you wanted to send other things, that's fine too. What we will do though is once they come, we're going to put a time limit on it. Once they come, we will hold everything. We're not going to open it. We don't want to know. We're going to do a live feed and for the full moon in Scorpio, which I think is May 1st. And him and I will be here together. I think I've told him that, but who knows if he's listening to me. So, honey, I know you're out there. We're doing it. He gets to join us for YouTube. He's going to be YouTube famous for the night. And we will open those gifts. And I will also provide you with, of course, my Scorpios out there. That's Scorpio full moon read and anything else that would come up between now and then. Yes, you are. He's like, the what? God love him. So we will do that then. But I just wanted to let everybody know a little bit of heads up. If that's what you want to do, you're welcome to participate. And of course, the full moon reading and that night of gifts, everybody is welcome here as always. But do not feel obligated when we do put that up in the post. Okay, so just know that, because I don't want anybody to feel like anything, because there's my inner trigger happening as we speak, right? So there you go, guys. There you go. All right, let me see. You're okay. Oh, Patricia, absolutely, my dear. It's tough. Like, yeah, it's like I was always the giver, pacifying everybody else's feelings. I mean, I don't want to say it's normal, because it's not normal. But yeah, like, make you get it. It's difficult for us Scorpios to be receivers. So let me be a listen to you all too. Like I tell you, I'm learning as much as you all are every single day. So, that's that. All right, let's get a reading out. And I will tell you, my other half was like, excuse me, I'm doing what? I told him that the one day. I was like, we can do it this way. He didn't say nothing, so here we are. We're doing the thing. Just say thank you. Be a good receiver, honey, just like me. All right, guys, let's get down to the cards, the readings with spirit here. Oh, wait, that's not the right deck. Hold up. I'm laughing at you, just so you know. Thank you. Declee, how are you? Thank you. Right? It's tough, Epiphany. It is. It's a different world for us. Those are not... Where the hell are my cards? Yeah, it's different to get, or not to give, but to receive when you're so used to giving. There they are. Okay. We've got this tough guy. He's tough guy. That we do. All right, Spirit, what do we got for everybody that's here tonight? And thank you for bringing everybody here together tonight. That's Mars and transits, climate. Look at this. I said about that 22 days of retrograde. Look at it. 22 days of, it's like the 12 days of Christmas. We got 22 days of regression. But check it out. 5-5. You got change happening. You got change on the horizon here. I have 3 cards come out with it. I'm going to put... Oh, Liz, you know what? I got the chills. We got Leo. We got Aries. We got Taurus here. We got Scorpio with that 13, that death card. We got Sag here with Temperance, 14, but is also debilitated and discomfort. Oh, my Atlanta, guys. The 18th of March is going to be significant. Just a heads up on that, all right? Adam, absolutely. This... when I just said to you, right, by April, it's all going to look real different. Where does Taurus season start? April. It's going to look real different. This dignified strength card, it's like you're walking into this retrograde period going, it's almost like you started to get grounded right before it came in. Like you were getting your footing. You got on flat ground. In perfect timing. And when I tell you that you're here for a reason tonight, you are here for a reason tonight, because you are going to watch some other people and other situations spiral. Here's the kicker to this. If you are that caretaker, that giver, you cannot, and I said this in Scorpio's read, and this is coming out collectively, you cannot jump in and save someone else's feelings. And I hate to go F your feelings, right? That whole thing. But it's not even that. It's not your job. It's not your responsibility. Because if you are over there watering your neighbor's grass, who the hell is watering yours? And 55 people as I speak. Who is watering your grass? Who is taking care of what needs to be taken care of? And I think if anything, and when I said to you that this is going to kind of be fun for you in the next couple of weeks, you might not think it's fun. You might be like, this, it's almost like a gameplay for yourselves, that you have to sit back and try personal restraint, right? What is Leo? Restraint, self-discipline, in all of those forms, right? You think about the line, he's got to remember that that woman from that card and the strength card is sticking her hand in his mouth, not to hurt him. It's going to hurt for a minute, but it's not going to hurt forever. It's I said earlier, it's temporary, right? This feeling of uncomfortableness as you transition through a phase that is now over is going to be uncomfortable. It is probably going to make you a little batshit insane from time to time. Now, let's say you are leaving a family dynamic behind, right? Maybe you always, I don't know, gave to your mother, gave to your sister, gave to whoever. And you know, it's like, you know, maybe you've bailed them out. Oh God, time after time after time. And you're like, I physically, literally, financially, whatever it is, I just can't do it this time. And it hurts you because you see them struggling. But after they've done it 10 times over, you're going to have to let them struggle to figure it out, because if you keep fixing it for them, what lesson do they learn? They don't. You can't go in and auto-correct everything for them, because one, you're repeating a lesson that Spirit's like, ain't we been here, done that before? And number two, you're stopping them from learning and growing. You are enabling these situations. Now, on another note, I think simultaneous to things like that, I don't think this is a one and done sort of lesson. I think you need to take a look at multiple avenues in your life. It could be, I keep going back to finances, and you guys know, you've been with me any length of time. Love readings occasionally, finances hardly ever do I touch upon those. But this is for the sake of your finances. This is for the sake of your well-being. And there will be people who are going to show you that they will show up and they will partner and collab with you, that dare I be so bold and say, you will build fucking empires. You will build empires. I was reading something earlier tonight, and I wanted to dig into it deeper, but I didn't have time. I don't know if you guys get into Nostradamus at all. I remember being a kid in the early 90s, you know, the National Enquirer, there was his face, right? Talk about the old prophets and things like that. We talk Alan Watts, Edgar Cayce, all the different things. But in Spirit saying Nostradamus exceeds time. But it talked about 6 signs that would do exceptionally well, I'm going to put it that way, in finances in 2026. And I started to read through it, and I didn't have enough time to really like get into it the way I wanted to. But I'm going to tell you, you know, it's funny, like Spirit's like, you know that it's you, but you also know that doubt creeps in and says, is it even possible? Yeah, it really is. So something that you've touched upon is marijuana. Right, wasn't his picture creepy? Doesn't it? It does scare you, wasn't it? He's just like, it was like some sorcerer from Harry Potter, like coming out with a wand and going, poof, this is the way it's gonna be. It's the end of times. It's wild. But there was, you see, we keep going back in time, guys. We keep going back in time with these reads. But there's a cultivation of, I keep hearing it, finances. There's a cultivation of finances. I'm going to say this to you too. If you are a Scorpio specifically, because of this Taurus energy, and otherwise if you have any significant earth placements in regards to money or finances, career, or even check out which, oh gosh, which house is that? Your money and career. I can't think right now. But check out those placements, because Scorpio especially, I've said it to you all before, that Scorpio is here in part to learn the lessons of what Taurus represents are equal and opposite. So their strengths we lack, right? So we're here to learn more about that. So and again, a lot of you, hi Ginger. Okay, so we'll stop for a hot second. Ginger, who, well, if you've seen my little prangry shirt, right, that some of you have been, oh, that's such a cute shirt. Ginger made that for me and sent it. So shout out to her. She does some awesome stuff. She's got a shop on Etsy. Or Etsy. Why say Etsy? Etsy. Dear Lord. What's up, girl? You good? Okay. So be it. So with that, like, we're here to learn about stability of life, too. When you finally get that stability, or maybe you're working, she's going to scratch me. You check on that stability. Yeah, she ain't having it. She's cranky. We're here to understand stability, finance, security. Remember I said earlier too about like 401ks, wills. It's all stability practice. And I know that sounds a little weird in one way, but I'm also going to say to you, think about the fact that we're in this Mercury retrograde in Pisces. What's the opposite of Pisces? Virgo. What is in the South Node? Virgo. What do they have to do with money, stability, finance, securities, and then other things, because it's Virgo? We're clearing out the clutter. Maybe you've got a subscription for Starbucks for some fancy freaking card they have. You don't need $7 lattes 7 days a week. That's $50 a week. Maybe you're cleaning up that kind of stuff. You know, it's just getting down to what makes sense and is practical. And there's something important about that. So I hope as I'm saying that to you, that makes sense. Now, I said to you 2 weeks out, it's 14 days, or 2 weeks into this Mercury retrograde. But I want to show you something. The sun, I'm hearing 18 days. Here's your 14, guys. That's when you start to move out of this debilitated energy, that 14. That's where you start to kind of find your sights. Spirit saying sights to look out into what comes next, more so. The sun, what's it do? It brings us clarity. It illuminates, it enlightens us. I love it. What sits behind there is Jupiter, abundance. And you know, if you've followed me, and I'm sure some of you have been here for some time now, you've heard me mention, I made an error back in the beginning, I think it was the beginning of the year. I talked about Neptune and Aries, correct. Talked about Saturn and Aries, correct, right? And these all happened here recently. But then I also mentioned Jupiter. I mentioned Jupiter and Aries. Jupiter is not actually moving into Aries, but I said this, and I will stand by it, that there is something going on with Jupiter, which I still don't understand, and I haven't even really tried to look at it, to be honest with you. It's not that I don't care. It's not at the top of my radar per spirit. But what I do know is that energy of Jupiter and the abundance that's coming in is something we are feeling. And I think after this Mercury, well, not think, I feel per spirit, after this retrograde ends, we're going to understand what that abundance looks like. Not entirely, make that clear. It's not entirely do we understand, but we will know what paths we are walking are the right ones. You will be able, spirit, I got the chills. You will be able to make much bigger moves and feel confident in your abilities to make them. April is just April 21st, and I think that does take us into Taurus season. I don't have my little chart in front of me, excuse me. But it's really important, guys. April 21st. So mark that on your calendars for who knows why. All right, let me check the comments again, and then we'll carry on. I'm pretty proud of myself for not getting distracted. See if maybe. Epiphany. Listen. You know, I don't know. You say I don't have children, but boy, you can't tell it. Like, you know, sometimes I don't know that it even matters. Like the young kid in us goes, let's just do this, right? Learning to tighten the purse strings and put it towards something more important. Adam, you are correct. Just read that one. You do, Marie. You absolutely do. It is, Ducky, absolutely. Scorpio. Hi, Darlene. How you doing? Ginger, Jolie. Welcome, darling. Declea, Scorpio. Yeah, you know what, Ginger? You should join. I never thought about that, Adam. That's a really good point. T-shirts and stuff, and if you want to drop a link in the Discord for your Etsy, that's fine with me too. I'm all for y'all connecting with each other. I mean, when I had my business, that's why I did all kind of stuff like that. Networking is one of the best ways to do things. So don't. Joan, hi, darling. How you doing? I've been reading your comments. But yeah, you can put your stuff in Discord in the community chat there if you want to. That's a great idea, Adam. Thank you. Fabulous. Adam is on it. On it. Yes. He's coming in with some hot Scorpio energy. All right, let's clarify this. And then I'm going to bed. I'm really tired today. All right, let's see. What do we want to use? Do any of you watch Steve's tarot? Steve's Love Tarot. You know how he always calls that deck the witches? His little witch deck? It's actually Kim Cran's, I think, that he calls, or no, the little animal deck, and then he calls it the witches something. I don't know why I'm thinking of him. That's wild. But I know he's come up here a time or two before. He's a character. I've listened to him just for the funnies, even if it doesn't pertain to me. It's hilarious. He's hilarious the way he explains things. Right, Bear? Right? He's fantastic to listen to. I haven't listened to him in I can't even tell you how long. But every now and again I'll throw him on. But I don't know. I'm thinking about him, so hopefully he's okay and doing well. As I say this, he's probably bitching about the technology not working right and his camera glitching. I don't know why he's coming up. I've never talked to the man a day in my life or anything like that. I have no idea. But there's that. So I don't know. Maybe go check out Steve's Love Tarot. We're just promoting everybody here tonight. All right, let's get down to it here. Let's see what this Mars... this Mars to me doesn't really feel like super aggression. It feels like, as I say that, there's the Empress, Taurus, more Taurian energy. This is putting emphasis. I said about that rubber stamp when she had mentioned that fiduciary deed earlier. This is like, I'm laying my claim on this. I'm putting my stake on this. I'm putting my stamp on this. This is my conviction. This is how I feel about this. But check this out, right? It's a transmutation of energy. Scorpio, you're here in Aries, right? Mars is your traditional ruler. It also rules Aries. But Scorpio, Pluto is your modern, right? Transformation we're talking here. The Empress and Mars. It is taking that hardened warrior, muscular, like going at it energy, and it's like your divine feminine and divine masculine are coming together. So this is going to be a little funky, but we're going to go there. If you are with a person or you have, I brought up libido in that reading of 8 for Scorpio that came up. And I was like, whoa, where are we going? Do we need an OnlyFans page today? I'm going to say the same thing once again. Taurus is very soft and sensual and loving, very touchy-feely, needing. I don't say needing. The Empress is very independent on her own, can do things for herself. Mars is very like, I'm going to come at you and grab your behind kind of thing, right? Like, just to keep it simple. There may be communication around that. And as much as I could say to you, it is Mercury retrograde, everything's ass backwards. I feel like if you have withheld expression, as much as it most times we would tell you to hold that back because you might fudge up the wording, or you might say something that sounds a little off. It could still sound a little off. I think if you're with a secure person, they will, you want to make it sweet. You don't want to be a dick about it, whatever. But say what I said earlier. What was it? Say how you say what you say what you feel, right? So say this, it's almost like this ridiculous, weird passion of like sensuality meets brutality, which just sounds literally all like bruteness, I guess, is kind of coming together. And this is part of it, is maybe some of you on a lover's note, we'll call it, we'll keep a PG here, are finding a spark and passion that handles both cravings, I guess would be the way to put it. I don't know where we've gone here, but here we are in Mercury retrograde. Who the hell knows? Oh, Ducky, was that you that said that about the third leg? Oh, I remember reading that comment. Oh, God, yeah, that's such a Scorpio thing, right? Oh, shit. How funny. But you've got the King of Swords, the Death card, the Four of Swords. Like, listen, if you all are doing the dirty, you're all doing the things, like, I love that. That's fantastic. Way to think about it. I remember thinking, like, yeah, that's so it. Um, Listen, I don't know why passion is strong, but it's going to help transition you to something that is like there's security in relationship by that. Like lean into that. Because whoever you're dealing with, they might be softer, but they need that security. And whoever, I don't know, almost say if you're in that secured space, you need tenderness too. So it's like you've got the perfect season, spirit, the perfect season to give to each other what the other needs. But do it for the right reasons. Don't go into it shallow, right? Like, God, I'm not even going to bring that up. Oh my God, as I say that, like, no, spirit, we're not going there. That type of connectivity is meant to create connection. Don't do it for shallow reasons, like one and done kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. All right, this transit. Transits. What is changing, spirit, for the collective? The name Renee, but for the male, so the French version of Renee. Renee and Rowan. There's something about names with R. I don't know what the importance to that is. Just a sidebar there. Transits, the Magician comes out. There's that Gemini energy. There's that Sword of Truth I talked about, right? I told you, declare what is, say what you mean, right? Declare it as for what it is. Check this out. This Empress, right, she's got her staff. You see that? This Mars energy. He's standing on that sword, right? Ace of Swords. I picked that up. Look at this. I said, like, there's that masculine and feminine energy floating around. Look what's standing behind that Ace of Swords. I kept seeing that masculine with that Mars sword. There it is. With this is, listen, as much as it is Mercury retrograde, maybe there are things to work out. I'm going to say, not maybe, there will be things without a doubt that may feel confusing. You don't have all the answers. You're just kind of waiting around, waiting to see what happens. But damn it, whatever you have worked to manifest, if this is love, if this is business, if this is partnership, if this is property, hell, it could be a cat, right? Birds, you want birds, go get birds. But you've wanted this on a soul, I got the chills, on a soul level. And even if you're not with somebody, this can even be within yourself, by the way. Let me just make that real clear too. You've wanted this for so long. I talked about that Gemini energy earlier. Gemini, Uranus, again, I think that's May, and then I forget what else is moving into Gemini. You're going to have two, like, I'm going to call them, I'm going to go magnetic. I don't know why. Magnetic. And you think about Gemini, like my daughter's a Gemini. When she's in a good mood, you can't help but just love her and want to be close to her. When she's in a bad mood, I'm like, girl, go find yourself, because I can't right now. There's the duality, right? And you've got the duality of the masculine and the feminine happening here. But this is something you've wanted. You really wanted this for a long time. We keep going back to that nostalgia, and all the things we've been talking about, all the themes that have popped up that have been so random. They're not random. It's what you've always wanted. It's what you've manifested for yourself. It's here. So even if it feels confusing, this is like, don't give up on something because it seems like a challenge. Don't give up on something because it seems insurmountable. God, I'm going here. Miley Cyrus, The Climb, right? It's going to be an uphill battle. My daughter literally just played that song earlier and I was like, oh my God. But because what? Miley Cyrus, The Climb, when you played that earlier. So it's like, it's like that. It might be a climb. It might take some effort. You might have to make some changes. But this is what you've wanted. It's like you don't think about what you like. You think about what you want and what you're manifesting, but you don't stop to think about like what changes as a result of that, right? Like how all the we think that it's like a straight line. Like we're gonna go from here to there, and that's just the way that it's gonna be, and we're gonna get what we want one way or another. We don't think or realize that maybe the spirit's gonna take us from here to there. Go, by the way, now I need you the whole way over here. Come back over here to the middle. Go a little straight from an up, now over here. As I can't make it up. As I say that, I look down. The Chariot was on the bottom, beneath 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. Justice. It leads you to where you need to be, but you're not always going to understand the zig and the zag that's going to happen, and it's because you have got to learn something about yourself in this process. Okay, that's really important. All right, so this dignified strength card, Leo energy, times 2 here. You got Aries, again, by the way, Emperor and Empress. Aries, Taurus is very heavy. And we're, P.S., as I even, sometimes it takes me a minute. You can call it, no offense to any blondes out there. I don't mean it in a bad way, but I've always kind of made my jokes like I have that moment, right? But, you know, like Aries season, guys. What comes after Pisces? Aries. What comes after that? Taurus. What comes after Gemini? Boom, boom, boom. Back to back to back. I was talking April to June, right? July being a big transition. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, like, mark your calendars, right? Go. Nicole said something was coming. Here it is, right? All right. 4 cups. Dignified. Don't get disappointed with yourself. There are going to be things that you're going to be like, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, said something, did something differently. There's something about the idea, that something has taken too long. You know, and I remember I just said to you, it's like you just got your footing. It's like, right, what was that song? Oh my God. Right about now. Oh my God, I can hear the tune. Do-do-do-do-do. Right about now. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the song. But it's like right about the point that you get your footing. It's right about the time that everybody else goes batshit insane. Maybe you felt like you were trying to get your footing and everybody else had it together and you didn't. And now all of a sudden you've got it together and nobody else does. You're like, what the hell just happened? You're like, why can't we all just get along, right? Why can't we all get on an even playing field? Perseverance right now is going to lead you home. Lead you home. Leo, that was a reading for you. Like the heart will lead you home or something like that. Hold on. Card fell. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Do not lose your passion. I said to you, don't. Queen of Wands in reverse. You got somebody in these next 2 weeks. I'm going to make this real clear to you. You got somebody in these next 2 weeks that's going to push every ever-loving button that you got in a very immature sort of way. And it is a test from Spirit saying, did you learn how not to fuck with immature people? Sometimes the best thing you can do is just do nothing at all. Say nothing. Don't razz them. Don't give them shit. Sure. That's it, Adam. Yes, that's exactly. You knew. You would know. Rockefeller Skank. That's it. I forgot about it. I could not. I was like, I could hear it, but I couldn't think of anything else. But that Queen of Wands in the reverse is they're trying to get you. If I make you uncomfortable enough, if I make you think I've got power over you, I can get you to react. Your test. I swear to the stars. Virgo, you've learned those lessons. Those are past lessons. You are wiser than that. Don't let somebody trigger you. They may show up, dare I go, jealousy. Jealousy is an ugly thing. And so are some people in certain shoes, right? Like, it's just a thing. The Queen of Wands is, oh my God, for so hard. You're going to deal with somebody who has a striking resemblance. And I think that this is personality or character-wise. If you've got a shit relationship with your mom, she's going to have, like, insane, like, it's like looking at your mother all over again in a different form, whether she's alive or dead. It doesn't even matter. Like, you're going to be like, Jesus, if my mother had a doppelganger, you are it. What the hell? It's going to make you feel some kind of way. Or this could be your own mother, to be honest with you. Four of Swords. Again, you have healed, King of Cups. You have healed past this. And your job is not to react. Your job is just to be Zen as F. Right? Be Zen as F. That's important. As I look at that King of Cups to the Taurus energy, exact, equal, and opposites, right? Let me read some comments. I'm going to go back to this Taurus card and the sun, and then we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to bed. I might eat ice cream, and then I'm going to bed. Let's see. Yes, you guys must. Woo. Boundaries will send somebody else on a tailspin. 555 on the clock, Darlene. Did I tell you hello this evening, darling? Hello. I've seen a thing with fives earlier. I counted 18 fives. What's 18? The moon. I was like, what? What are the odds of that? That's exactly. Little things every day make you feel better. You're so right, Hector. Fantastic. 3-3 is a big day. It is. Yeah. Practice with boundaries. To keep the peace. Yes, brought up to be a people pleaser. And listen, you can still keep the peace and have boundaries. You can keep the peace, but still have boundaries. Oh, Lynn. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Daft Punk. Thank you, Adam. Oh my God, yes, I love that track. Huh? Beats. Oh, Jody, you're in Scotland. Oh, how wonderful. I'm so glad you made it here with us tonight. Thank you so much. That is, it is one of the, like, most amazing things. People, like, if I'm doing something or whatever, I'm applying to do whatever, people will be like, okay, what do you do, or who do you work for? And I'm like, oh, I'm self-employed. And they're like, okay, well, what's your job title? And I'm like, what do you say? I'm like, I don't know. I talk to people all over the world all day long. I love it. I don't know what else to say, because some people look at you cross-eyed, right? And I think it is one of the beautiful joys. I'm like, I think that makes my job sound really cool, because I do get to talk to you guys from all over, and how cool that we can connect, because 20, 30 years ago we didn't get to connect like this. So it's super, I'm super grateful for that. Recovering people pleaser, right? We are in recovery from dealing with people's nonsense, for sure. Chicken Little, really? Oh gosh. Well, retrograde, right? May come back around, just a heads up. Yes, Ginger. Yes, do. I mean, I've worn that shirt a couple of times because it's what's comfortable. It's like I'm not too hot and I'm not cold. And I always get compliments on that shirt, so do join the Discord community. Ben, I've always said it, and I think I will forever stick by this. Taurus and Scorpio relationships can have their rough moments. They've got some wrinkles. But when it's good, damn is it good. When it's bad, you've done walked through the fires of hell. So just heads up, right? Just a heads up there. It makes me cringe because I know my mouth. Like, I'm going to be honest. When I'm not on YouTube, I've got a mouth like a sailor sometimes. I really do. It's not my strong suit in this life. It just depends on the day, and I try to do better. I'm not going to lie. And even on YouTube sometimes, depending on the energy, I'm like, well, let me just tell you. But I could say to you, I could walk into the, how do I put this? I could have walked into the State of the Union last night and been diplomatic as possibly could be and handled myself in the most appropriate fashion to fit in with those groups. And I would have had more tact and control about me than the people who failed to stand up for what's right for lives. And I will 1,000,000,000% say that. And could we retaliate in those situations? Anything that would fire us up about stuff like that, we could. And Adam, I'm a retired sailor. We could, and we could really let him have it, just like there was the pins or whatever that use the F word. There's a time and a place. Swear words, the way we say it, there is a time and a place. And some of those rooms are not for that stuff. And I would say last night was not the room for that behavior. You will be in rooms coming in the future. I'm going to tell you, all of you, where you're going to I hate to use the word diplomatic. I don't think it's diplomatic. I don't know that it's tact either. It's just, I'm going to call it knowing your audience. You're going to know your audience. You're going to know, not that, because it's not that it stifles you, but you can learn the eloquence of finesse to say fluff you without saying fluff you. Because when you hit things with, I don't know why this is important, when you hit things with fact versus some aggravating bullshit, that changes the tone. If you've ever dealt with a narcissist, they love confusion. They love to name call. They love to point fingers. They love all of it. Why? Because they're just spewing rhetoric. It's just bullshit. There's nothing else to say. They want to get under your skin. They want to name call. They want to do this. They want to do that. Let them. Let them. Come with fact for them, and they won't know how to respond. You will shut them down every single time. You're right, Patricia. And in one of those videos, I think I talked about, it was the motivate, or no, it was another thing that I started on the channel. Hi, buddy. That like people that live for the drama, right? They are caught. Gosh, they are caught in an inner loop of drama that makes them happy. They thrive. That is their high. That is their addiction. That is their codependency. That they live in that type of craziness, right? So, hi, buddy. What's up? He's been. Oh my God. Oh, go. Go, my shirt. Okay, get down. Oh God. Did you hear that plop? That's it. Yeah, spit the facts. Those are hard to refute. All right, Taurus. This Taurus energy, cultivate. What's this about, Spirit? I'm running out of 3 of Cups. Listen, 3 weeks, 22 days, whatever, 21 days, 22 days. Mercury retrograde. 9 of Wands. You might feel a little battle worn, a little weary after it's all said and done, but 3 of Cups, what is it? It's celebration. You are going to come out of something on top after a situation. You're gonna have more than one reason to celebrate. And I know that's going to sound like a little almost like preemptive, but there's going to be like, even if it's like maybe just one day you wake up and you're like, I don't feel so bad for telling my mom no. You're like, I'm okay with that. Like, that's the win. That is the win. You don't feel bad. There's no guilt, right? You pay attention to that. Hector, I love that. That's fantastic. You know, I worked in law for a little while and I dealt with a lot of stuff. And I was always taught, you show, I don't care if your heart is breaking and the world has come into an end, unless you're giving a victim impact statement, you show no emotion. People that throw fits, public fits, they're doing it to evoke a reaction. When you feed the reaction, you just add gasoline to the fire. Don't give them the satisfaction, ever. Don't give them the satisfaction. That's it. All right, guys, this Sun card, 5 of Pentacles, the Temperance. There will be, 6 of Pentacles to the, hold on, let me clarify that before I open my mouth. I said this the other day. I'm going to say it again. It is something that has come out from time to time on this channel. John Lennon, the Beatles. In my times of trouble, Mother Mary comforts me. Let it be. Let it be. Talk about giving and receiving, right? There are people in your life who have likely always had their hand out to some degree, and you have fed. Look, literally. Whether this has been energy, time, money, you yourself, even in thought, are the resource. You used to give and give and give and give and give. 5 of Pentacles, until you stop giving. These 2 people are now up walking away. There's nothing left to give because I said it earlier, this time you just can't give. And what is the 7 of Wands? He's boundaries. Underneath that Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, the World card. This cycle is done. Benito. This situation, these people, whatever this has been, again, it could just even be a mindset, guys, or the way you've related to yourself. This passion in the background that speaks, and I remember saying something like that, I think the other day, and it was like, not that it got lost in translation or got forgotten about, but it was like the storyline for that didn't continue. There's a motivating factor of reciprocity in that divine feminine and that divine masculine that is motivating you to do more. It's becoming a just cause for you to move forward. There's something going on that's causing you to move forward. And you're not using it as a catalyst, but it's replacing what's been broken. I would say replacing what's been broken. It's healing. You're allowing it to do the healing work for you. And in that way, you are finding strength. Okay. This World card. By Taurus season, April 20th, 21st, something like that. It's a done deal. Gemini season, all that shifting into Gemini. The Lovers is bringing you a soulmate that helps you to drop those burdens. This soulmate, judgment to the 10 of Pentacles, to the Page of Cups. They may not be super expressive, but they mean what they say. You will build. When I tell you, you will build. This could be a business partner, guys. This does not have to be love. This could be your best friend. This could be all kinds of things. But there's a heartfelt connection. It is, I see you, you see me. We're going to do the damn thing. We are going to do the damn thing. Get through this trial period. Get through this training period, guys, because the second half of this year is going to be, Spirit's calling it turbulent, but I don't think that it's a bad turbulent. It's a new way of living, but you're going to get grounded with this before that new way of living comes in. I'm hearing smooth sailing, though. Talk about those sailors earlier. You know, that was Adam's forte in the military. And, you know, eventually all sailors get to go home, right? So there's something, your abundance is coming, your ship is coming, your ship is getting ready to come in. And Adam, thank you for 21 years of service in our military. We appreciate you. We truly do. You and all of the people who've served in service. It is time for that. Guys, I'm going to tell you, when I leave this Mercury retrograde reading at this, I don't feel bad. I don't feel any kind of way. I think it's fantastic. I do. It doesn't mean that I make this real clear, because I don't want nobody to come back in 3 weeks going, Nicole, this was hell. There are going to be challenges. It's how you handle it, though. It's going to be how you handle it. I just want you to know that. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. Couple quick things. Again, that baby shower thing will be out like mid-ish of March. Personal reads are open and available. I'm booking it. No more. I'm booking into next week. He's going to wait. He's too chubby. The cat. So email is on the about section of the page. There's the link for channel memberships. We now have 2 tiers again. And again, that other one that I didn't bring it back, but I did it differently, because I want you guys to benefit more than just throwing, $4 or $5 at me for a coffee kind of thing. I wanted to give you more, and I didn't want to do it unless I could dedicate what I thought I could to you appropriately. So I hope you understand that. But the Spirit Notes is out. They've been getting some extra messages from Spirit as well. And then Discord. So guys, do check us out on Discord. It's a wonderful little community over there that, if you have questions about spirituality or something you're going through, or you're looking for, hey, if anybody else got weird vibes today, what's going on with you? If you need love and support, we are there for you, right? And I do check in from time to time, not frequently, heads up, not frequently will you hear from me, but Adam is there over there running the show. So I appreciate Adam for all that he does. God, this cat. All right, guys. Mercury retrograde, it's a thing. I'm going to be back with you all tomorrow on YouTube, getting more of I'm hoping to start the March readings. We'll see how that goes. I do have a busy day. But yeah, we'll get to it. And next week, the eclipse, so we'll address that probably in a live feed as well. So I'm sending you all so much love. So thankful for all of you. Time to go. I'm getting froggy. Take care. Where do you go? Hey, Adam, can you throw up that Discord link one more time before I shut us down? Yes, Adam, thank you. Thank you for all of you being here. It was so lovely to chat with everybody. Adam, you got that Discord link. Who was that? Where did I just see that? Who just asked? Oh, he's going to drop it in the comments. Okay, it'll be in there. All right, guys. Much love. Take care. I'll see you soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.